Thank you. Okay, let me introduce myself. I'm Werner Koss. I am the country manager of Nokia in Switzerland. And Nokia in Switzerland has a long history. So we have been deploying network equipment since since many years. We are main customers like Swisscom, SBB, Sunrise. And my role is now to really continue help Nokia grow in Switzerland, make sure that our technologies are deployed here. And giving one example that for example, we implemented in the last 4 years, we implemented the largest optical network all over Switzerland for Swisscom, which is actually one of our biggest customers here in Switzerland. I think this event was very interesting to really understand this, as you say, interdisciplinary cooperation between universities, between startup companies, and also big corporations like Nokia, and I think IBM was also here. So what I believe, what was really critical is that companies like Nokia, we are developing technologies for the future. And we have one famous research institute, which is the Bell Labs, which was founded exactly 100 years ago. It's an anniversary this year, which brought out, I think it was 9 or 10 Nobel Prize winners by now, and where the transistor was invented. And that's also the research team which is working on quantum technology at the moment. And so we are really trying to develop and grab all the opportunities which will come out of quantum computing, quantum communication, and also quantum sensing. And especially this research team is working not only on product development, but really on ground research. So sometimes they find out things which are not really related to, let's call it, telecommunications. They might find out something which is material science, or it's something on, sometimes it's also about electronics like the transistor. But that's something which is looking ahead. So this is not focusing on right now what's possible, but it's what might be possible in 10 years. And that's why quantum technology is one of the hottest topics now.
Yeah,
Zurich is definitely a tech hub. It's about we know the Googles, Microsofts, and so on who have huge research teams here in Switzerland. As Nokia, we are I would say a European company. We have a lot of engineers in Switzerland, but we're not doing R&D in Switzerland. So we are really applying all the let's say technologies, products which are developed in Europe and also all over the world. Of course, in our products in Switzerland and Zurich. And so for us, Switzerland is a very important country, and in the heart of Europe, as you can imagine, it has a very high GDP. It has excellent universities, and for us, it's also very good. We often try to hire people from ETH, from EPFL, which is getting more and more difficult, to be honest, because competition is high, and sometimes we have to even bring people from outside of Switzerland to work for Nokia. But I think that's one of the reasons here that really the customer base and also the innovation within companies, within our customers, is highly regarded. So I think it's very important for example, Swisscom. They want to be a technology leader in the telecommunications industry, and they are very often showing things for the first time, which others cannot do yet. And I hope we will also do this in quantum, for example, quantum security with Swisscom, making their optical network quantum secure, for example. Yes, I think it's important to have, and here we talk about policies like, it's about regulation, it's about data privacy, it's about making business, I would say, easy for companies in Switzerland, especially also in the Zurich area. And I think it's my feeling that Switzerland and also, of course, Zurich is doing a good job. It's a really good job. There are many other countries I know where it's much more difficult. It's sometimes really a hassle to start up a new company, for example. I know it from Austria, Germany. It's much, much more difficult than in Switzerland. So I think that's a good example, and I think that's something which Switzerland has to keep. That's important. Not make it more and more difficult. There was one example recently I heard about data privacy. Maybe it was also it was, I think, also in the news, where the government tried to increase or sharpen their tools to supervise data communication. I think it's important, but it should be always with a sort of right, using the right measures, not overdoing it, because it's a risk that if the perception changes, then some very interesting startups or even bigger companies could move out of Switzerland, and that would be a pity. Switzerland is maybe the perfect place for me to live, and the reason is that Switzerland has the best mountains and the nicest mountains. I wouldn't say all over the world, but at least in Europe, even if I'm Austrian. And but from my origins, my first profession was a mountain guide. So I was guiding people up the tops of mountains, and I was here when I was studying during student times. I was very often in Switzerland, and so coming and working in Switzerland at the first years, it was like going on vacation and really enjoying the time here. But it stayed like this. So whenever I have some free time, I'm out in the mountains.